What is going on today, guys? We are back for another episode in Darkness Falls. Now, today we're going to go and start on making our horde base. So, I got a bunch of stuff all put together. I had actually started making up all this stuff off camera before in preparation for this exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over, we're going to get started on what we can today, and I'm not sure how far we're going to get. I know we're going to need a lot more concrete. That's for sure. So, we're going to get started on it anyway, and like I said, see what we can do. Like, and I don't plan on having it all done today. I do think we'll get quite a bit of it done, but I don't think we're going to have nearly enough of it, especially because of the concrete. We're going to need a ton of that. So, but, it's not that big of a deal. We'll get it all taken care of. Basically, right now, I need more sand and more rock, and that's basically what's holding us back from making all the concrete that we need. So, stand up. There we go. Oh, drop something. All right, get rid of that. But yeah, so that's the plan for the day, is getting our horde base set up, or whatever we can, and then, like I said, got to go find ourselves some sand. So we got to take a trip to the desert and go do a little bit of mining for that. We need more rock because, we're gonna need. Oh, I already hit these. I hate when I leave them. And more rock for that, because I basically stopped melting down any sort of iron. I'm basically just gonna do concrete until we have our horde base set up now. So it's gonna be a little while with that, but we got to get it done. So anyway, how do we want to do this? I think we'll do it on this side of that tree. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to take the tree out anyway, I'm sure. So, alright, so we need 7 inside. So we need it to be 9 wide, because you're going to have 1 for the wall, and the other 7 are going to be the inside chunk of it. So I like to just map it out with wood blocks to start with, so I can get a basic feel of how exactly I want to do it, and then just replace it as I go. So this is basically going to be our back half here, and the back half is just going to be where we either can stand in and shoot them from back here if we don't want to get up top and shoot at them, or it's just a spot to basically slow the zombies down if they do manage to get past our blade traps and our turrets if we have turrets. So just gonna fill this in right away, and we're actually gonna fill in the wood bars right away, or the wood blocks rather, and get them all taken out so it's all ready to go, and then we'll move on towards the opening where we're gonna put our blade traps and stuff. Now I did kind of do a little bit of a tweak to the design on my off-camera playthrough. I set it up just slightly different. I do like how it's set up. It's not, the blade traps and everything are still the same. The only difference is going to be like the bars. Now the bars, what I did was I put basically, well, I'll show you guys when we get to that. It's not something that's going to be too easy to explain. You guys haven't seen a Horde Night video on that off-camera playthrough yet either, because I skipped the first Horde Night, and we moved right to I think it was the bunker video was our first video on that playthrough, I think. No, maybe not. I don't remember. I had to restart though because of a problem. As you guys know, we had a problem in the wasteland on the small 3 map, and then I moved over to the default small 4 map, and I really do enjoy the map. The map is set up pretty good depending on which spawn you get. Um, there's several different spawns on each map, but the spawn I currently have gotten is actually set up pretty decent. I spawned in a pretty good area, couple traders around me, but for the most part, I'm basically in green biome with desert and snow biome and burnt biome all around me. And the wasteland's probably, oh, I'd say it's within a kilometer of my base. Now, unfortunately, the only problem with that is none of the military bunkers, the research labs, the wasteland traders, none of those are even remotely close to my base. I think the closest one out of all of them was like 3.1 kilometers away. And so it's quite a hike. Now, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of videos from that off-camera play series. And the reason for that is I have a bunch to show you guys, kind of like stuff to, if you'd rather teach you if you guys don't know, and just show you guys in general, because there's a lot of stuff that I learn on this game like every day. And you know, it's kind of neat to learn something new, whether you learn it by trial and error, stumble across it, or, you know, in some cases I actually find some of the stuff out while I watch other content creators too. So anyway, let's start putting up our wall here, and then we're going to work on I think we're going to set up one set of the what are they called? They're not bars, they're pillars or something. Not pillars either. Are not bars. What are they called? Poles. There we go. I couldn't think of the name of them. But yeah, I'm on, I think, day 13 on the off-camera playthrough, and a couple things I want to show you guys is, for starters, there's like max tier item crafting. So I want to kind of show you guys that if you guys are not aware of how that works. Let me just, whoops, no. Put these out on both sides, and that way I know where to put my poles at. I think what I'm going to do with these is I'm actually gonna put them where the wood block is. Because I actually screwed up on my off-camera one and accidentally put them on the outside here instead, and I don't like how that looks. So I want to make sure I get this right here. Let's see, where are we at? Advanced rotation. And oops. Well, that'll work. Doesn't have to be on the bottom. But just get this set up. Come on. Now, before you guys see this episode, you guys will have seen the military bunker episode, and I know it's kind of like a duplicate to the last one, but I figured I'd show you guys it because I didn't want to skip out on anything more. Being we already skipped the first Horde night, and I wanted to show you guys basically a progress update, and so you guys could see where exactly we were so far. And but that went pretty good. We did relatively well there. Wasn't as good as I hoped, but we should have enough red key cards, I believe, now to hit the lab. Now, the lab is going to take a while. This is one thing I wanted to talk about. The lab is going to be a while before we even get to it, before I even consider going to it. I'm pretty close. I do say pretty close. But I'm pretty close to having the ability to craft laser weapons. It's actually not as far away as I originally thought. We're not quite to the day 14 Horde yet, but we're already level 103, I think, on day 13 or day 12, whichever I'm on. So yeah, I've been leveling up like a madman. It's been going really well. I've done a ton of mining. I want to show you guys my underground base. That's actually something I had considered doing on here too later on, but it's quite the project. It is definitely quite the project. So You guys will have to take a look at that and tell me what you guys think, if that's something you want to see on here or not. It is a huge undertaking though. It's basically more or less the reason why, or part of the reason why I'm so high level on there. That and the fact that got a titanium auger pretty early on to go in, so we could do our mining a lot quicker. I actually might build this one higher. I'm not sure if I want it 4 or 5 inside height. We'll have to take a look and see what we actually have for blocks too. But as you guys can see, this is just the pattern for laying out the blade traps here, so that's not going to change. But if we get far enough today, I'd like to show you guys what I did with the bars instead. Now it's not a huge change, but it's basically it's a way to keep the cops and the spitting vultures from destroying your turrets and also hitting you as well while you're on top of the base. So I think it works out pretty nice. I actually ended up putting bars around the outside, on the outside here as well, and it's kind of nice. It kept a couple spider zombies from jumping up on me in the first Horde night, so they did their job that way. But lots of things to, like I said, tons of stuff I want to show you guys on that playthrough. Stuff involving dye as well. This is actually something I learned from another content creator, but I'm very interested to show you guys that as well. I don't have enough wood. I wanted to make my ladders before I jumped in and put them, put the rest of the poles down. So anyway, I think this height will do us here, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull this out like that and build our support for the blade traps here. Now we could do it this way too and just jump up here and go across with it. Probably a little easier. There we go. And right here. So yeah, I really can't wait to get to the research lab. It's something I'm like dying to do on that one, but at the same time I also know I have to be patient and, you know, just wait until I get a laser weapon and I'm actually set up to go there. I kind of would like to wait until I get power armor too, so we actually have armor when we go into the wasteland. So, and again, it's not that far away on there, so we are a ways away from stuff like that on here. One thing I did want to mention as well, finding your laser workbench and fusion forge is actually not that hard at traders. So I was pretty excited about that. I actually found both of mine at the trader on there, so I was pretty happy about that. I still do not have the multi-tool. That's one thing that I think I'm going to end up having to go to the lab to get, because I was pretty sure that you could buy it at the Wasteland Trader, but you know, the Wasteland Traders are so far away. Can you really justify driving that far every day to check for that? You know, it's kind of one of them things. But anyway, let's make our ramp for this. Actually, no, let's not. Let's actually work on upgrading this whole thing. And we're just going to get these blocks placed on the outside so we know exactly where we're at with this. But we're going to be quite a ways into this build today, so very happy about that. And like I said, basically we're just going to be waiting on some concrete now, and that's gonna take quite some time. So I don't know. It's probably gonna be, we're probably gonna finish upgrading this thing. I don't know. I'd probably say if we're lucky, end of day 6, we'll have our concrete ready and have everything as upgraded as we want it with it. Now that might be a little optimistic. We might be like pushing into just before Horde Night with it, but it's all gonna depend on if I can get enough sand and keep pumping out the cement that we need. So should be able to. I don't see a reason why we can't. Like I said, after this video, I'm gonna probably spend the night in the desert mining sand, because that's a great way to get your sand. Just go to the desert, take an auger or a shovel, and just go to town on like the first couple layers of the desert landscape, and you can get plenty of sand. So all right, that's. I think we should have plenty to upgrade this whole first inside here. So let's just get to it. I'll make more if we need to. I was actually kind of considering making rebar to do the outside instead, but I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if I'll have enough concrete mix to get that done for Horde Night. So that's the only thing that like holds me back from doing that. Now, I'm pretty sure I could, but you know, now this is something I find kind of curious. Rebar takes it takes quite a while on here. Now it could just be me, but it seems like it takes a lot longer on here than it did on vanilla to make rebar. Again, it could just be me, but I feel like it just takes so much longer. Now, I might be wrong. It might take the same amount of time or whatever, but I feel like it just takes an incredible amount more time. So, but again, like I said, that could just be me. Don't take my word for it. So, it could just be me being too impatient waiting for it, because I know we gotta put the crunch in before Horde Night and get everything done. So. Now that also brings me to another thing on here. We're going to have to figure out weapons for Horde Night, and potentially we're going to have to look into crafting a turret or two. Now that may or may not happen, but not sure yet. We're going to have to see if we can get a turret or two. If we can't, that's just fine. If we can't get a turret, what we'll end up doing... Oops, shit. Didn't want to waste my cement on that, or my concrete on that. If we don't get any turrets, what we're going to do is we're just going to sit inside the base and shoot the zombies as they come through by the blade traps. Just because then we can... basically, we're going to be what kills them off. So, anyway, let me get this all upgraded quick, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I'm done. Alright, so just finished upgrading the whole outside here. We still have, plenty of cobblestone to upgrade this other side here when it gets to it. But now what I want to do is I want to go up top. I want to get our generators laid down. I also want to get our blade traps set up. So, first things first, let's actually do our blade traps right now. I'm going to get them all laid down here. And, come on, be nice. There we go. Come on. Go on there. There we go. Alright, now let's get up top. Let's get our generator set up. We also need to... Whoops, come on. Place the block. There we go. We also need to get our relays set up as well. So I only made 9 relays for now. That should be plenty. Especially if we don't have any turrets. We won't need all 9. We'll only need 6. So... just place them on the back side here because I don't like them up top. Well, I do kind of like them up top. I'm not going to lie. But when the vultures start coming, the vultures spit on them. Vultures break them out, then you lose your blade trap. So, I kind of like to tuck them down here now. Now, I had also thought of putting like a bar underneath them. So in case like a demolisher or a cop got in and blew up or something like that they'd still be safe. But... I'm not 100% sure on that yet. So anyway, let's get this place down. I like just a little platform up here. How to put the generator in a couple storage chests. So just like this. And we're just going to upgrade it right away. Alright. Now, let's see. I don't have a wire tool with me. I always forget something. Always forget something. Now, how do we want to face this thing? Yeah, whatever. Good enough. Not that big of a deal. Alright, so we also have bars. We're going to go ahead and get them set up here as well. There we are. Just like that. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the copy rotation because otherwise it kind of tends to like roam around a little bit, be like turn and stuff like that. So want to get that so they're all gonna look the same. And I know a little bit obsessive about that, but I like it to look pretty nice. Um, gonna take the time to make the base and do it all perfect. You might as well get the bars to look right as well. Well, at least for me, that's my train of thought on it. Um, like I said, a little bit maybe obsessive, maybe, just maybe. So this is gonna be how the bars are set up here. Now I won't set up the bars how I did on my other base unless we have turrets because I don't wanna end up wasting our bars. Another thing we could do is we could put a support pillar down in here, but I don't think it's necessary for the bars. That's another reason why I made kind of a shorter area in here. That way we don't have to worry about having a support column up in here. Oh shit, I needed that one left open for the ladder. Right here. There we go. Oh well. You're gonna have mistakes. Well, at least I'm gonna have mistakes. I should say. It's bound to happen with me. Bound to happen. All right. Get these all done. Now maybe later on, this will change. I have been kind of debating a little bit of a change up to this base as we go throughout the game. Now it's something that I'm going to be messing with on the off-camera playthrough first, just to kind of trial it out. If it works the way I think it will, it should be pretty neat. But you know, there's a big difference between working the way you want it to and it actually functioning. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. Is it gonna be functional or is it just, you know? So anyway, we'll have to get to that at some other point. I think for now, what we're gonna do is instead of upgrading how we normally would, I'm just gonna upgrade this bottom layer here, and then we're gonna put down what we got left for the blocks, and that way we can figure out exactly how many we're gonna need. And thought I heard something. Must have just been my own footsteps. I was working on upgrading it, and I heard something. Turned around. There's a survivor looking at me. It's like sometimes they just kind of catch you off guard, and I was expecting to turn around and get slapped because that seems to be a common theme on here. Some of the zombies on here are ridiculously quiet. They make no noise when they come walking up to you, and it's like, how the hell do you make no noise? You don't even grunt. You don't do anything. You just like walk up and slap. It's like, that's pretty sneaky, gotta admit. But anyway, let's calculate how many blocks we're gonna need to finish this up. Now again, it's not gonna be perfect because we also need to make the front ramp there as well. So we're just gonna kind of get a rough estimate here. So on the outside here, we're looking at 18 blocks. 18 blocks long on each side. And then this back is going to be 11. So, oh shit. And then I screw it up. What else is new, right? What else is new? Alright, so 18, 18, and 11 is going to be 47. So we're going to need 4 times 47 for blocking to complete our second wall. And then we're also going to need, I gotta think, for the ramp there. But 4 times 47 is going to be 188. So for our ramp, you know what, let's actually just make the ramp now. Then we don't have to worry about it. So let's go into shapes, and first we need this. Now how do I want to go about this? That's the question. Let's just do it and call it good enough. Should work out right. Alright, so we got them laid down. I apologize if you can hear that. My cats are being mental today. Actually, when aren't they? Better question. Alright, so just like that. Now we need, if we can find it, right here. Actually, hold on a second. I don't think I'm done with this yet. Where did you go? There you are. Whoops. Alright, give me 1 minute. Alright, I apologize about that. Cats are trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, break the door or something. Had to go stop them before they did that. That would have been lovely. So alright, now we can switch to the next block, which is going to be this one right here. So we need it right here, and let's actually put that one in quick. Just like that. Then we need the corner piece right here, which is right there. And oh crap, I put it in the wrong way. There we go. Push the wrong button on the mouse. Alright, so now we got to flip back to just the tips. And then we're going to do these the whole way along here, just like so. And then the zombies have themselves a nice little way to walk up in there. And the reason I do this is it's not that it's necessary. I mean, they could jump up one block. But my thought is that if you don't do this, you're going to have a zombie or two that's going to be dumb and try to break out the blocks as they come in. So I want to prevent that. I don't want them trying to like bust through the floor as they come in, because if they do that, then they won't get hit by the blade traps. So got to make sure we zombie proof them getting in. There we go, just like that. So now that's it. Just turn that back to regular shape. So now that's it for the ramp. Now they have a nice little smooth walk up in here. Now they won't be like smacking at it and trying to bust it apart and all sorts of crap like that. So, yeah, that's how this is going to turn out. Then we're going to be putting one row of spikes here now. Now, I'm only putting one row down because, like I said, I do plan on expanding on this. So this is going to change a lot. The ramp is going to end up being changed a bit. And, well, actually, the ramp probably won't be changed on this side. On this side, it might, or vice versa. It depends on which way I'm going to do it. What I plan on doing is I'm going to bring the wall out and go, like, around and then make it, like, so they got to run through a corridor and come up and around. And I plan on having, if it works out that way, I plan on having turrets set up so the turrets can, like, basically sit on top of the outer wall here and just fire straight down a straight path. Now it's going to be narrow too. It's not going to be 7 wide. I think I'm going to shrink it down to 3 wide on the inside. And then I plan on having like a turret on each block lane so they can just fire straight down it. And hopefully do as much damage as possible to the zombies. So that's my thought on that anyway. It's something I gotta kind of like work on a bit on the off-camera one first and see exactly how I'm gonna do it, because I do have another plan for that in mind as well, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. It's something that I'm gonna have to play around with and figure out, and cats are trying to destroy the door again. Gotta love having cats. Gotta love it. Alright, so let's get this done. And then, like I said, off camera, I'm going to go get some sand. Work on getting the rest of our concrete made up so we can get all this lovely stuff upgraded. I'm going to get the rest of the blocks we need. So I'm going to need a little more clay, a little more rock, because we're going to need enough to upgrade it as well. So a little bit of work yet to do, but overall we're pretty much set up. So I think we'll have plenty of time to do a little bit more looting before Horde Night. I'm not sure where we're going to end up looting, but we will get a chance to do some looting. And again, we also got to take a look at guns, which actually that's something we could do real quick. Go see what we have for gun parts and see what we're going to end up using for Horde Night, because hopefully it's something better than a pistol, especially if we don't have turrets. Let's take a look at that and see what we got to work with here, and then that'll do it for this episode. So we need to go up. Here we go. Now gun parts right here. Alright, so we're missing a piece for the AR. So we can't make ourselves that. We do have a couple M60s, which unfortunately we can't make either because we're missing the last part for making any of the ARs. We have combat shotgun. Wow. It don't look like we're going to get lucky and be able to make anything. And we don't even have another gun. We might have to check out the trader and hopefully get lucky to find an AK or something. Because, yeah, it's not looking too good. We do have the lathe, though. We could actually make ourselves the last piece of the auto rifle and do that. But we have to, yeah, we have to just pop into AR crafting. Let's actually check that out here real quick. Let's put in that battery. It's kind of one of the great things about getting the lathe is it unlocks so much for you. Literally so much. Alright. AR 15 crafting, we need, what is it? Gun 2. 1, 2. And AR. So now we can make all the auto rifle stuff, and we can also make the AK receiver as well. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to be doing that now. That's going to be something that we'll do at a later time. Don't have enough time this episode. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you guys are enjoying it, make sure you guys take the time to smash that like button for me. I do have one question for you guys, if the cat will be quiet. So the question is, do you guys know how to make the, let me pull it up here. These auto turrets now, because they don't show anything to be unlocked by. And it's the AK turret. And I've been looking at making them, but they don't show any way to unlock them anymore. So I wonder did they take that out now, or is that still something you can make, but you have to do something for it? That's what I'm curious about, because so far I haven't been able to figure that out, to be honest. So if you guys have any idea on that, please let me know, because that's something I do want to make up, not just for this playthrough, but also for the off-camera one as well. So if you guys know, please comment down below. Let me know on that, and that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you guys again so much for being here. I really do appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. Hopefully we can finish up our Horde base next episode.